Hi guys, Kevin here and welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to be reviewing a very big box. So Dangbei was kind enough to send this to me. This is the Dangbei MP1 Max. So let's take it out of this box, but I did get a box covering this box, and then let's see what's inside. Okay, so now inside that second box, you get good protection for this projector, is this guy here. So this is the MP1 Max. So kind of a cool eco-friendly suitcase kind of case. So quite big, quite heavy. It's I believe 5.6 kilograms for the projector. So this does weigh a little bit. So now let's see what you get inside the box before we take a look at how the projector looks. So let's go do that. So I've taken almost everything out of the actual box here, the eco case, just so you can see there's a lot of room in there. So it's nice that you can actually have a place to store your projector. And being a 4K home theater projector, this is nice that you can move it around and you got somewhere to put it. So you could take it room to room, you could take it with you wherever you go, to a friend's place, to an office, whatever you want to use it for. So it is portable. So we got a user manual. We have the remote, which did come with batteries. So there's your Google Assistant button. You got your direction pad, you got home, back, volume, and then you have dedicated YouTube, Netflix, and Prime Video. And this is certified for Netflix, but also running Google TV. You also have the options of watching anything you want from the Google TV Play Store. And also nice to have those dedicated buttons. Otherwise, nice remote. It does feel more premium than some of the projectors that I've tried before, or with lower price points, so it definitely feels more robust. And being a 4K projector with a hybrid system with laser and LED technology, you have a fairly chunky AC adapter with a fairly lengthy cord. And this consumes, I believe, 194 watts. So a little on the higher side. I was surprised by that. And then here's the projector itself. So you have that kind of shiny front finish, matte everywhere else. You have two 12-watt speakers. So on the sides, the stand is built in. You have your power there in the back. And also you can see the connections are for 2.1 eARC, 2.1 HDMI, USB 2.0, and a headphone jack. So that's your I/O there. Takes in cooling here and blows it out the back. So we can test the noise of the fans as well. And you can see the sensors, the time of flight sensors all in the front there, just to the right. And you can see 4K right there. So this does swivel, so you can play it on the ceiling. I believe it's 135 degrees. And the base is 360. So you can see in the bottom you have a 1/4-inch adapter, and then this actually spins. So you can turn this 360 degrees. So very cool design. It does weigh a bit, but definitely feels of high quality. So let's check some more of the specs, and then let's jump into how this projector looks. So it is straight from the Dangbei website. This is the US site. You can see their 4K home projector with Google TV and licensed Netflix. So 3100 ISO lumens, wide color gamut of 110%, BT.2020. Professional level color accuracy. This is a triple laser and LED, so it's a hybrid. So you shouldn't have the speckle that you do sometimes have with the laser projectors. So these are becoming more popular technology now, just from the limitations of the laser projectors. There you can see Google TV, so you have 10,000 apps, plus all those hundreds of thousands of movies and TV shows from YouTube, Prime Video, Disney+, Hulu, and licensed Netflix, etc. This also features Instant Pro AI image setup. So you have autofocus, auto keystone correction, screen fit, obstacle avoidance, real-time keystone correction, eye protection, and AI brightness adjustment. And projection size is recommended to be 100 inches. That's your ideal size, but you can go up to 300. And this also features HDR10, HDR10 Plus, and 3D with Dolby Audio featuring DTS:X. And nice to see this does prioritize eye comfort. So it filters out the 400 to 445 nanometer blue light. There's all the features of Instant Pro, the AI image setup. This does have a rather interesting cooling system. So it incorporates modular cooling, which is designed for efficiency and silent, and also zone thermal insulation for cold and heat isolation. High capacity heat pipes with dual turbo fans. So we're going to test out how noisy this projector is, but this is looking really promising. And of course, being Google TV, you can also cast from your devices. And for gaming, this does support 240 Hertz if you drop it down to 1080p. So then you can have that really high performance gaming that's stutter and blur free. Here's just a little more specs. So product weight is 5.6 kilograms. There you can see it's DLP display, light source is triple laser and LED, 3100 ISO lumens, and native resolution is 3840 by 2160, so true 4K. Throw ratio is 1.2 to 1, and 40 inches to 300 inches is a production size. You can also digitally zoom it from 100 to 50. And this does have a quad-core CPU with a Mali G52 running Google TV, 2 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage. And this does support Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2, and there's your power consumption, 190 watts. Okay, so enough of the specs. Let's test out the projector. Let's see how it sounds and also how it looks. So I'm just plugging in the projector and turning it on. So let's see how this looks. I have some ambient light just to the left and a window to the right that has a blind, so this is not totally dark. So there's the Google TV. So for this example, it is just a gray wall. I'm just going to show you as if you set it up, you don't have a screen, you're just projecting on a wall. I'm about 8 feet away. So just a normal example of you bring this to a friend's place, or you don't have a screen, or your office, just a typical environment. So you can see the autofocus kicking in. So it does kind of a general and then kind of fine tunes it. So that did a really nice job. Now we're going to pair the remote because it is Bluetooth. So just like it says, we're going to do back and home. So the back and home right there. Just going to point it towards the device. There's a beep, so I'm going to let go. So pairing. Pairing successful. Have a great time. I will. Now we're going to select our language. Select your region. A lot of countries as well. A little strange that it's not alphabetical, but I found Canada. Set up Google TV. So I'm just going to set this up with my home app. Okay, so I've set up all the Google services, and now we can do one-click focus. That's your red button. So press the red side key for manual focus, press and hold for autofocus. That's the purpose of the red button on the side. Okay, so now Google TV is finally finished. So this is what you're presented with, which you're probably familiar with. So it has your favorites here, top picks, from all your different things that you connected to. So I'm not going to go into too much of that, but colors are really rich. The brightness is great. And this is being with the ambient light, like I mentioned. So these are the Google TV features or options, and this is where we can go into the actual settings. So here you can adjust your inputs, you can adjust your projector. Here's things like autofocus, you can manually focus, image correction, you can auto keystone, you can fit to screen. Here you can set it to Bluetooth speaker mode. And here's advanced settings if you want to turn on the smart eye protection if someone walks in front of the display. Also, there's a one-click dust removal, which is kind of nice. It increases the fan speed to remove the dust from the chassis, so inside. Here's your display and sound, so you can adjust your picture. So brightness is there. This is just on standard picture mode, and it looks really vivid. But you can also change it to these settings. There's your 3D mode, MEMC. Here's your sound. So this is standard. You can also customize that. And here's your options for digital output. Here's your network, your account, your privacy, your apps. Here's the system. So you can see 32 gigs, 24 is what actually is left over. There's also the remote, which you can see is connected. So let's try a quick YouTube video. this is quite impressive for being on a gray wall, which has a bit of texture to it. It's not perfectly smooth, as you can kind of see in the bottom middle. Colors are just exceptional. I've never seen this before in my life. So that's 4K. Let's also check HDR10 content. So if it is HDR, it should say in the upper left corner when you start the video. There you can see it is. Really exceptional detail. Now I'm going to try with the lights off. Okay, so truly impressive. I did this on purpose, but the camera is actually on top of the projector about a foot away. So I can hear a slight noise, almost like what a TV would make, but it doesn't sound like a projector to me. There's no fan noise that I can hear. It's almost imperceivable, so really incredible. And just that saturation of colors is just remarkable. So now this is on the gray wall. I'm going to try this also on my white screen, which is 100 inches. I'm going to try some gaming on it, just see how that looks. So let's go do that. Okay, so I've just turned the projector on with my 100-inch screen. I'm just going to show you one of the neat features. So let's say it's not fitting to the screen. It's like that. It's off. So it's first going to autofocus. I'm just going to go here to my settings, projector, image correction. I'm just going to fit to screen where it automatically aligns the image with the screen. So watch this. So start. Now there it's perfectly in line. I couldn't adjust a single thing. So I'm going to show you some gaming from a PS5. So let's go to my HDMI. There you can see HDR. We're running 4K 60. So let's just see how this looks. And this is now with the room lights on. I'm just going to turn them off. So there you have it, the Dangbei MP1 Max. Really an amazing projector from a person that's had a BenQ 1080p for many years. This is definitely a jump up in the biggest way possible. The portability is amazing. The sound is actually incredible. It's always hard to portray that on camera, but good bass. It's loud. It's quite exceptional for the size of the unit. You can just tell the unit is of good quality, the weight, the design, the build, everything's there. It checks all the boxes. And it has the features, the lumens. If anything, if I would niggle about something, the UI just has sometimes a little bit of lag. So it does have 2 gigs of RAM. Maybe more RAM would help, maybe a faster chipset, but essentially it's displaying something. You're usually just watching a movie, you're playing games, so the majority of that is just finding what you're going to watch or the input that you need, and that's about it. But that's my only niggle. Otherwise, check out the links. So I have Amazon links, the links to Dangbei. There possibly is a sale when you look at this video. You could definitely check there. If there is, great. If not, still I think the price, it is steep, but it is so worth it. So links below. Check out my socials. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please throw a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do. So thanks so much, and thanks for Dangbei for sending me this unit. Of course, it is my own honest opinion. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.